Over the next decade, one Indian city is preparing for a transformation unlike anything in its history. A brand new international airport, a rapidly expanding metro network, a 170-kilometer ring road, massive industrial corridors, entire new townships planned from the ground up. Together, these projects represent nearly $25 billion in investment. At first glance, they look like independent infrastructure projects. They are not. They're all pieces of a much larger plan. A plan that could transform Pune from one of India's fastest growing cities into one of India's most important economic and manufacturing hubs. But that raises an obvious question: why Pune? After all, cities like Mumbai, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad dominate the headlines. Yet today, governments and global companies are betting billions on a city that, until recently, was rarely part of the national conversation. The answer isn't just about building a bigger airport, expanding the metro, or constructing more highways. It's about something much bigger. Pune has reached a point where continuing to grow the old way is no longer an option. Instead of solving one problem at a time, the city is attempting to redesign how an entire metropolitan region will grow over the next several decades. So, why is everyone suddenly betting on Pune? And can this ambitious vision really transform it into one of India's next great economic powerhouses? This is the story of the $25 billion plan to build Pune 2.0. Why are governments and some of the world's biggest companies suddenly betting billions on Pune? The answer isn't a new airport or a metro network or even a collection of mega projects. Those came later. To understand why Pune is being transformed today, we first need to understand what it quietly became over the last 2 decades. For years, Pune lived in Mumbai's shadow. While Mumbai becomes India's financial capital, Pune built something very different. Almost unnoticed, it was transforming into one of country's most important centers for manufacturing, engineering, technology and research. Companies like Mercedes-Benz, Tata Motors, Bajaj Auto, Volkswagen, Cummins and hundreds of global suppliers established major operations here, turning Pune into an industrial powerhouse that now plays a critical role in India's economy. And success attracts success. Every new factory created demand for suppliers. Every new investment brought more businesses. Every new business created thousands of jobs. Engineers, entrepreneurs, and skilled workers from across the country began moving to Pune, and the city expanded at a pace few could have imagined. But that's exactly where the problem began. The roads that once served a much smaller city are now overwhelmed by traffic. Daily commute that used to take minutes can stretch well beyond an hour. Pune's existing airport is operating close to its limits, while public transport is struggling to keep pace with one of India's fastest growing urban population. In other words, Pune didn't outgrow its ambition, it outgrew its infrastructure. And that's the challenge facing the city today. The question is no longer how to attract investment. Pune has already done that. The real question is how to keep one of India's fastest growing economies moving without allowing its own success to become its biggest obstacle. Because no city can continue growing if people, goods, and businesses can't move efficiently. And that's exactly why Pune's transformation begins with something every great city depends on: its transport network. Every great city has one thing in common: it moves efficiently. People reach work on time. Factories receive raw material without delays. Businesses stay connected to customers, suppliers, and markets. Because the moment a city's transport network falls behind, its economy begins to slow down. That's exactly the challenge Pune is facing today. As the city's population and economy expanded, its transport network struggled to keep pace. Roads built for a much smaller city now carry millions of daily journeys. Commutes that once took 20 minutes can easily stretch beyond an hour during peak traffic, while thousands of new vehicles continue entering a road network that was never designed for a city growing this quickly. Simply widening roads or building another flyover was never going to solve a problem of this scale. Instead, Pune is rebuilding the way the entire metropolitan region moves. The Pune Metro is steadily expanding beyond its first phase, creating a faster and more reliable public transport network for a rapidly growing city. At the same time, the proposed 170-kilometer ring road is designed to divert heavy traffic away from the city center, while projects like the missing link on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway and the proposed Katras-Yerwada tunnel aim to dramatically reduce travel times and strengthen regional connectivity. Viewed individually, each project solves a different problem, but viewed together, they reveal something much bigger. This is not just a collection of transport projects, it's the foundation of an entirely new metropolitan region, one where people, goods, and businesses can move faster, more efficiently, and at a scale that Pune has never experienced before. Because without efficient movement, everything else begins to fail. Industries become harder to expand, logistics become more expensive, investment starts looking elsewhere. A growing city can only remain competitive if its infrastructure grows even faster. But even the best roads, metro lines, and expressways can only take a city so far. If Pune truly wants to compete with cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and even Mumbai, it needs something far more powerful. It needs a gateway to the world, and that's exactly why the city's most ambitious project isn't a metro line or a highway. It's an entirely new international airport. Pune already has an airport, so why is Maharashtra spending thousands of crores to build another one? Because the airport that has served the city for decades was never designed to support one of India's fastest growing metropolitan regions. Today, Pune relies on Lohagaon Airport, a civil enclave that shares its runway with the Indian Air Force. While it has played a crucial role in city's growth, military operations restrict expansion, limit flight schedules, and leave little room for future capacity. As passenger traffic continues to rise and global business demand better connectivity, those limitations are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. That's where Purandar comes in. Planned across more than 2,800 hectares, the proposed Purandar International Airport is designed to become one of India's largest greenfield airports. Once fully developed, it is expected to handle up to 75 million passengers annually, giving Pune the aviation capacity needed to support decades of economic growth and strong global connectivity. But the airport itself isn't the biggest story. Around the world, major airports have become catalysts for entirely new business districts, logistic hubs, hotels, and technology parks. Investment follows connectivity, and cities naturally expand around these new economic centers. The same transformation is now being planned around Pune. Purandar is being integrated with the ring road, expressways, and industrial corridors, creating a seamless network of people, goods, and businesses to move across the region. In other words, this is not just about building a bigger airport, it's about creating an entirely new engine of economic growth. Purandar is not simply changing how Pune connects to the world, it's changing what becomes possible next. An airport can connect a city to the world, but it doesn't create an economy on its own. For that, you need industries. Fortunately for Pune, that's one challenge it has already solved. Over the past few decades, Pune has already emerged as one of India's leading manufacturing and engineering hubs. Thousands of companies now operate across the region, creating an industrial ecosystem that's incredibly difficult to replicate. But success brings new expectations. As businesses grow and supply chains become increasingly global, they need faster logistics, better connectivity, and infrastructure that can support the next generation of manufacturing. A delayed shipment, an overloaded highway, or limited airport capacity doesn't just affect one factory, it disrupts an entire supply chain. That's why the projects we have explored throughout the documentary aren't just infrastructure projects, they're economic infrastructure. The metro moves people efficiently, the ring road keeps freight moving, the airport connects businesses to global markets. Together, they make Pune a more competitive place to manufacture, innovate, and export. In other words, these projects aren't built because Pune is growing. They are being built so that Pune can keep growing. But none of these projects were planned in isolation. They are all part of a much larger vision, a vision known as Pune 2.0. Pune 2.0 is not a single project. It's a blueprint for how an entire metropolitan region will grow over the next several decades. The metro, ring road, international airport, and industrial corridors are not independent developments. They're all being planned as part of one integrated system designed to support the city's future. Pune is intended to build something fundamentally different. Instead of waiting for the city to expand, planners are trying to shape where and how that growth happens. Transport corridors are being aligned with future industrial zones. Large parcels of land are being reserved for planned urban development. New growth hubs and town planning schemes are being designed so that homes, businesses, industries, and public infrastructure can develop together rather than competing for limited space after the city has already become congested. Because successful cities rarely emerge by accident, they are designed that way. If that vision succeeds, future residents may never realize how much planning happened before their neighborhoods, workplaces, and transport networks ever existed. But redesigning a vision is one thing, delivering it is something else entirely. Land still has to be acquired, projects have to remain funded, multiple government agencies must stay coordinated, and every delay carries enormous consequences. The question is no longer what Pune wants to become, it's whether this ambitious vision can actually be delivered, and that's where the real challenge begins. Designing a city is one thing, building it is something else entirely. On paper, Pune 2.0 is one of India's most ambitious urban transformation plans. But turning that vision into reality is where the real challenge begins. Projects of this scale don't depend on engineering alone. They require thousands of hectares of land, billions of dollars in investments, and seamless coordination between multiple government agencies. Delay in just one project can have a ripple effect across the entire plan. And time is not standing still. Every year these projects are delayed, Pune's roads become more congested, industries face greater logistic pressure, and demand continues to outpace the infrastructure being built. In other words, Pune 2.0 is not simply a race to build infrastructure, it's a race against the city's own growth. Yet, despite these challenges, the transformation is already underway. Metro lines are expanding, new roads are taking shape, industrial corridors are moving forward, and planning for the new international airport continues to gather momentum. Whether every project is completed exactly as envisioned remains to be seen. But one thing is already certain, Pune can no longer afford to grow the way it has did in the past. The only question now is, if this vision succeeds, what will Pune become? So, will Pune actually become India's next megacity? The truth is, only time will tell. Projects of this scale is never easy. Delays, rising costs, and changing priorities are all part of building a city for the future. But one thing is already clear, Pune is no longer planning for the next 5 years, it's planning for the next 50. If this vision succeeds, Pune won't just become a bigger city, it could become one of India's most connected manufacturing and economic hubs, and a blueprint for how rapidly growing cities should be built. Because Pune 2.0 is not really about roads, metro lines, or airports. It's about building tomorrow's city before today's problem become impossible to solve. And while Pune is transforming Western Maharashtra, another ambitious vision is taking shape just a few hundred kilometers away. An entire region is being reimagined around mega projects worth hundreds of billions of dollars. That's the story of Mumbai 4.0. Click here to watch how India's financial capital is expanding into one of world's largest metropolitan region. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe and share to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.